What is going on, guys? Campos here, bringing you another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Yooka-Laylee, which I played on the Xbox One. Anyone who grew up gaming in the 90s knows of the joys and frustrations that came along with the Banjo-Kazooie type of platformer games. I know from the hundreds if not thousands of times I've died, missing a jump by just an inch, that these frustrations are very real. But with all the headaches came some of the most fun gameplay around, which is why it is no surprise that the announcement of Yooka-Laylee got many 90s gamers, myself included, very excited. The nostalgic feels really hit hard right off the bat in Yooka-Laylee, the all-new 3D platformer that boasts to be the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. Right from the beginning, the game feels just like a Banjo game. This comes as no surprise because some of the team over at Playtonic Games used to actually work for Rare on the Banjo games. Our new heroes, the tongue-whipping chameleon Yooka and wisecracking lady bat Laylee, were created by the same character artist behind N64 heroes Banjo and Kazooie. In fact, they are pretty much carbon copies of Banjo and Kazooie, but with a modern sheen. The vibrant colors with the game mixed with your classic platform style helped me realize once more just how great this genre can be. The game is set up very simply. There are 5 worlds and 1 menu type world that acts as a transition from one world to the other. Within the transitionary level, the game teaches you how to use some of the main mechanics before entering each world. While some of the worlds were great, others fell very short from what is expected. The casino world is one of the most pointless levels in just about any video game I've ever played. While it might make sense in other video games, it only takes away from Yooka-Laylee. Every other world seemed to match a common theme, the elements. It's just hard to see how casino fits in with the themes of the other worlds. The level itself is just extremely boring. There isn't much else to do there except for gamble on some of the machines. Don't even get me started on the fact that you need to gamble in order to obtain some of the collectibles. This was the major weak point within the game. The collectible style within the game was typical with this style of game. There were gold feathers which were everywhere on the map, and there were pages. The pages were the rare ones that usually were accompanied by some sort of task or puzzle. The golden feathers were used in exchange for new skills, or even a new buff to increase stamina and the like. Pages were the main requirement, as you were required to get a certain amount to be granted access to other worlds and bosses. The bosses are a lot of fun. From the very first boss, it was clear that they would not be easy. Maybe it was just my playstyle, but the bosses were fairly difficult. They all seemed to kill me multiple times. The combination of the abilities and mechanics made it fairly difficult to complete the boss battles. The mechanics within the game are fairly good. While the physics at times felt a bit off, Yooka-Laylee is easy to get through mechanically. The way new skills and moves are introduced make the game very easy to learn. If you were to pick up the reins of Yooka and Laylee about halfway through the game for the first time, you may have no idea how to overcome certain obstacles. This is because they implement certain obstacles that require you to use specific skills. This is one thing that made the game somewhat challenging, but that comes with just about any platformer. My one problem with the mechanics aside from the physics is the camera. It seems to me that the camera had a mind of its own at times. You could move the camera to the perfect angle to complete a task, but as soon as you move, the camera would sometimes lock onto a completely arbitrary point. I couldn't tell you how many times I fell off a platform or missed a jump because of the camera itself, but it was a lot. Graphically, Yooka-Laylee is everything the fans wanted. The vibrant colors combined with the cartoon-like graphics combined to create the perfect combination for a platformer. No matter what world you decided to take on, there was something within all of them that kept me wanting to explore and see what the limitations within the level were. It is safe to say that Yooka-Laylee is a great revival of the platform genre. With the minor problems mentioned, there is some room for improvement. While it has its weak points, the game as a whole makes for a great experience that gamers everywhere will enjoy. Well guys, there was my review of Yooka-Laylee. I played it on the Xbox One. Have you played the game? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also like, subscribe, and share the video if you enjoyed it. And as always, feel free to go follow me on Twitter at Campos63. And check out my podcast called Pixel Street Podcast, where every other week me and a buddy get together and we talk about video games and nerd culture and the like. And as always, until next time.